The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
今天的 topic 是Power BI Office 365 Adoption Pack。很多人现在呢用这个，所以呢我有必要把它讲一下它的 deep dive。如果你本身不是一个 Power BI 的用户，那么我觉得你听这个没用。如果你不知道 Office 365是什么，那么这个讲座其实对你用处也不大。如果你已经是一个 Power BI 的 user， 或者说你正在你的单位也是一个 Office 365的用户，那么总的来讲这个 topic 对你是比较相关的比较相关的。那今天呢，我将近大概用40分钟的样子 cover 一下这个 topic。这个 topic 呢，内容本身呢比较的精简但是呢我在跟很多的用户和企业打交道的过程中，发现他们对这一部分呢其实比较 confused， 因为很多的文档呢其实还没有出来文档还没有出来，所以呢今天呢我会讲一下 Power BI Office 365的 Adoption Pack。但 Power BI 的东西呢其实很多，我之后呢会每个2个星期来给大家讲一下 Power BI 的一些 new feature。Power BI 的最新的一些 feature 呢其实非常的好玩我把它概括起来呢，它有一些比方说它的 Premium 可以讲一下，它的那个 Gateway 可以讲一下，它的那个 Incremental Load 可以讲一下，它的 Dynamic 365的 Finance 的 Report 可以讲一下，它的今天这个可以讲一下，还有它一个Jira Ticket 的一个系统的整合可以讲一下。所以呢Power BI 呢确实非常的 energetic。现在呢我看到如果你去看现在的 BA Business Analytics 或者 Data Analytics， 它如果是用这个产品的话，它其实跟不上这个节奏，因为它出来的东西太多了里面呢它的 release 非常的快，基本上现在微软整个前台全部在用 Power BI， 这意味着很多东西呢有必要跟一下有必要跟一下，因为微软所有东西都会用这个。所以呢今天呢我就 deep dive 这个 Office 365的 Adoption Pack。 OK， 仅仅讲这个Alright, let's get started. So 第一个 question， 如何 enable 这个东西？如何 enable 这个东西呢？其实有点蹊跷，就是说你的初始人一般来讲，他应该有 Office 365的一个permission。他跑到他的 admin 的 portal 以后，他需要去 enable 这个 package， 需要 enable 这个 adoption pack。这边有个 get started， 如果你click 这个 button 以后，你马上去 Office 365你去 Power BI 的 portal 是找不到这个东西的，你必须大概在1天到2天的 latency 里面，它会帮你的过往的12个月的数据全部收集起来，然后你再到 Office 里面去，这是第一步，你要 get started。 第二步，你要跑到 Office 里面去，你一般来讲我偏好的是你去创建一个 workspace，然后去 search 这个 content pack 那么你会看到我的这张截图里面有2个，一个叫做 Office 365还有一个呢叫做Microsoft 365，一个呢我们可以称为 O365， 一个叫做 M365M365。那么 Microsoft 365呢，它其实范畴和概念呢更大那么不管怎么样我一般不会选择在我的 my workspace 里面去 load 这个 pack， 我一般不这么做。这样做的话，它仅仅是一个 pack， 这个 pack 不会到一个你创建的 name 的 workspace。一般而言，我先创建一个 workspace， 那这个地方就有一个问题，就看你的权限了必须是一个 pro account 或者一个 pro trial 的 account 才可以创建 name 的 workspace。一旦创建以后，在创建的情况下，左下角有个 get data， 我过会儿会做一个演示那么你去 search 365，你 search 365呢，它会 pop up 做2个，最左侧一个和最右侧一个，区别在哪里？这个是它的一个 preview version， 是5月22号2017年5月22号做出来的一个版本，现在还在大量的使用，很多人还在用这个版本， 最新的一个版本，理论上你不应该去搜索 Office 365，但是这个名字呢被大家叫惯了，大家都叫 Office 365。理论上讲，你应该去 search 365，然后拿到 Microsoft 365 Usage Analytics。这个什么时候出来的？这个是今年的7月份出来的。这个是今年的7月份出来的。那么这个的 dashboard 的样子和跟那个东西的样子不太一样。那么还有一个显著的变化就是，当你打开这个 package 以后，你可以去看它有没有包括 Teams 的 usage。如果它已经包括了 Teams 的 usage， 那么这个就是新的。如果没有包括 Teams 的 usage， 那么这个就是一个老的版本。OK， 当你选了这个 Get Now 以后，当然我不是说你这个不可以用，也可以用稍微有点不一样稍微有点不一样，特别是它的 dashboard 稍微看上去有点不一样，这个给的东西更多一点，所以呢我一般现在用这个，以前我都用这个。OK， 所以当你去 Get Now 以后，它会弹出下面这样一个窗口来问你什么呢？你的 Tenant ID。你的 Tenant ID 就是你的 Windows Azure 你这个公司在上面的一个 Tenant ID， 这是一个唯一号，也是或者你到 Office 365里面去，你在这个地方可以看到一个，现在你是有这个 button， 你按完以后它会这边出现一个 Tenant ID， 你把这个 Tenant ID copy 到这边来copy 到这边来，然后你的 Authentication 是你的 O Authentication 2，你的 username， 你的 login name 还有你 password。 那么至于你要什么 permission 可以读呢，我过会还会具体讲但这边有一件事情要明白，它这边 call 的是一个 web service 或者叫做 OData， 上面这个 URL 是一个 reports.office.com， 这个是 Office 本身 Office 365本身的一个 API API， 你给了一个 Tenant ID 以后，它就去拿你这个 Tenant ID，Tenant ID 是一个 GUID， 它是个唯一号，就去拿你这个 Tenant 的 ID 后面它收集起来的你的所有 Office 365上面用户的一些 usage 和它的 activity。OK， 那么这个时候当然要权限我刚才来讲，你至少要什么权限可以去读这个信息。那么如果它通过了你的验证以后，那么它会返回一个什么东西到你的 workspace 里面去呢？会返回一个 dashboard 和一个 report 和一个 dataset 到你的 workspace 里面去。那么去了以后呢，你打开这个 report pack， 你会发现有那么多的 pages。 OK， 有那么多的 pages， 有多少个？将近20几个 pages 我们过会儿可以来看一下Alright， OK， 在我说 customize 之前，我们来做一个 demo。OK， 稍等一下，我把我的 demo 起来。sign in 这个不能，要用个匿名的东西这样 sign in， 重新来一把。我不想用刚才那个 default 的用户sign in， 所以呢，我把那个窗口关了，我有一个匿名的窗口来 sign in。Alright, so okay. Next， 他会问我我的用户名和 ID。OK，Stay in。OK， 那按照我们刚才的说法因为我那个 Office， 我把那个 Office 365也等一下Office 365。 sign in。 OK， 这是我的 Office 365的 portal， right？ 这是我365的 portal。那么 for home， 再等一秒吧。Oh no， 我这个是对的。OK， cool。所以我两边都登一下，为了让你看明白。所以我的第二个窗口呢是我的 Office 365的一个 portal。那么我呢是 admin， 所以我有这个按键。那起初都是这样，你要打开你的 admin 的 portal 啊，打开你的 admin 的 portal。打开 admin portal 以后呢，大家可以看到在左侧有一个什么呢？有一个 usage 啊 usage 啊 sorry reports 里面有个 usage OK， 有个 usage 呢，你 scroll all the way down 啊，你会看到这个。那现在呢，我已经把它 enable 了。你如果没有 enable 呢，你会看到一个 get started。get started 什么意思呢？就是让你的这个 Office 365的这个 tenant 背后的数据被那个 report API 给开始收集起来。它的第一次收集呢，会收集12个月的数据啊，会收集12个月的数据。同时呢，因为我点过以后呢，你看到这边呢有一个 GUID， 这个 GUID 就是我刚才讲的，要提供给我那个之后的一个 Office Content Pack 的一个 GUID。那么如果你要把它 slide off， 把它 turn off 也是可以的。那我现在不用 turn off， right？ 我有这个 ID， 我先 copy 了在手上。OK， 那我现在回到我的 Office 365， 按照我刚才讲的，我做 demo 呢，我会先去建一个什么？建一个 workspace。那么建 workspace 本身呢，你需要一个 Pro license 啊，我自己呢是一个 Pro license， 所以呢没有问题啊。为了证明我是一个 Pro license， 怎么来看我是不是 Pro license 呢？这边点一下 OK， 我这边是 Pro user OK， by default 你去注册以后呢，其实呢你是一个 Free user。Free user 呢，它这边会有两个 button， 一个叫做 Upgrade to Buy Pro License and Try Pro License。 你 try 一下，它会给你60天的 trial， 那不收你钱，也不问你要 credit card information， 所以呢你可以试一下。那当且仅当你是 Pro License， you can create app workspace, right? So let's do demo today. What is 0730? You just keep as is. All right. So make sure you right now in the workspace of demo 0730, whichever the name you provided, whichever the namespace you just created, make sure it's there. All right. Then you have service content pack. Okay. By the way, when you click this open, you have a lot of content pack. What is content pack? Content pack basically is something someone already previewed the report for you. So you don't need to reinvent the wheels. You don't need to, right? Someone already did it and you can get it now and you can modify a little bit if you want to, right? For example, they have Google Analytics, Jira, Azure Backup, Project Online, GitHub, everything is already in, right? So this is pretty cool. So we here search for 365. As you can see, the first one is Office 365 adoption preview. This is the older version, as I mentioned. This is the older version. This is the first version. This was the version also on May 2022 last year. Okay, but we're looking for actually when I search 365, what's pop up on the first line is Office 365 adoption pack and the Microsoft 365 adoption pack usage analytics, right? So we pick this one, say get it now. All right. It may take 1 minute to prepare this content pack. So pop up the window, ask for the tenant ID because I already copied. I think I already copied, right? So this one is is ID. So I'm gonna fill in. No, I did not copy. So go back, copy, provide ID, go. Next step gonna be verification, because right now I already logged in. So it takes my login and credential pass over to the report API to verify whether I'm have sufficient permission to read the information or not. If I do, it's gonna pop up this content pack. And now you can see very important thing is this dashboard is in my workspace just created. This is very important. Most people confuse when you get service pack, by default, it's not in the workspace you just created, but in another one, which is your personal, which is my workspace. Okay. Why it's not good in my workspace? Because next time you cannot share. And then my workspace is kind of personal. It's based on your alias. Okay. Everybody has a my workspace. Okay. Just not very specified. That's my preference, is to create and name the workspace first, then get the service content pack and make sure this content service pack saved in my workspace. All right. So now by default, it opens up actually I close this out, open up the dashboard. As you can see, this dashboard is different with the previous one. If you use the previous one, Office 365. Okay. So this is the dashboard. It's not a report. In order to see the report, you have two ways. You can click each tile right here. It will navigate you to the report, or you can go back to the workspace and switch the tab like reports. Right? When you switch over to the reports, as I said, when you get it now, what happens behind it is you get one report, one dashboard, and one data set. Okay, so let's look at one by one. We already viewed the dashboard. Next time, let's see this report. I open up. Okay, the first page is introduction. As I said, when you open the report, it has tons of information right here. Each tab is a page. This report contains about 22 pages. Okay, the second one is the overview, the activities. For example, say you have how many users you already enabled last month, June and July, and how it goes, what's the trending line, active user, how many active users, right? So how many active users, how many month by month returning users, and so on. Okay, and so on. So, and also you can switch, right? Also you can pick the different product under Office 365 family. For example, you have Exchange, you have OneDrive, you have Yammer, and then you have Teams, all kind of things. So what's the percentage of active users, right? So to define an active user, by the way, so in your Azure AD, right, the user information is fetched from Azure AD. Azure AD actually have all the users. Some users already enabled, some users not enabled. For the people enabled, that's the active user. So from here, you can see the general information about this adoption overview. Basically, it's overview of your Office 365 usage. Now, moving on, you have product usage by each product, like Exchange, Office, OneDrive, and so on. Communication. So you see a little bit, you do not see a lot of data. So you may ask me, you say, when you the first time enable the package, it will persist the past 12 months data. Why I only see 2 months? Okay, the reason is the tenant of mine was created 2 months ago. You only have 2 months data because I only created 2 months ago. However, if you run about 2 years, 3 years, and then you turn on a package right this moment, it will automatically populate the 12 months in the past. Okay. So this is the product usage, communication, collaboration, access from anywhere, and so on. A lot of information, right? But right now, this is the demo tenant. I don't have true user. I don't have user like jump on the Skype for meeting, jump on the Office 365, jump on the Teams for the user activity. So barely you can see nothing. But for the true case, actually you can see a lot. Okay. So this is example. Okay. This is demo. So another thing I want to demo is this is the report. Another thing is data set. Okay, data set, most important thing in the data for the data set is here the refresh, right? Schedule refresh. So by default, when you open up, is daily. Okay, that's cool. The first version, actually, by default, it was weekly. So every time I told my users, please change this weekly to daily. In case you want to change something, it can populate the data right here real quick. Okay. Also, if you go back, I cross this out, go back to the, take a look at data set for your case, right? For your case, when you see the history, let's say, it's right here, I think. Refresh history. Okay. This is why, right? I haven't refreshed because this is a content pack I just fetched, just created. So in order for the first timer, you come here and make sure this one is daily, and also you can kick refresh right away. Okay, kick refresh right away. So this is a short demo in terms of how to turn on Office 365. Usually, if for the real case, when you turn on here, you have wait 24 hours, 48 hours to make sure the content package to grab enough information from this tenant. Okay, that's the latency. Okay, for the first time turning on. All right, so this is how you turn on a package. So let's move on and switch back to the tenant. So as I said, you have a lot of reports, including assigned license, adoption by regions, SharePoint, Teams, Yammer. This is very cool actually. A lot of users use it because they have license. They need to make sure how many licenses I assigned to my users. They have 2,000, 20,000 users actually in the company. They want to make sure each dollar they spend is for the real case. It's not for the external user. Maybe not double assigned. Okay. Some cases they see the license double assigned. For example, they can assign this person E3 license and an E5 license, but E3 and the E5 both contain maybe contain Power BI license or maybe contain the team license. So this is double assign. For this issue, basically the company actually spend cost money, right? They only need to assign once. They don't need to assign twice. So they bought two, but it's not necessary. So for this, they use this content pack to analyze which user actually have double assign license. Okay. So this is the demo for how can I turn on the content pack. Next on, so you have the report and which is cool, but you want to customize. Someone built for me 20 reports. Someone think, oh, that's great enough. Then you don't need to change anything. But if that's not the case, for example, if you want to say, hey, you know what? I not only want to break down the numbers by the right here. Okay, let me give you one example. I don't have data, huh? Let's say I have right here, you have July and you have ODB, OneDrive for business. If you want to drill down, right? If you want to drill down by the usage, by the department, okay? The first option is edit report, okay? Edit report, modify online. So when you click modify or say edit, the anti-listed entities list here, expand each one, you will find out all the listed columns under. Then you can further down to modify your report if you don't like, if you want to, right? If you want to. I click this one, I see actually this one uses a calendar and the tenant OneDrive usage activity, right? If you want to further get more information, is monthly or is what product, what timeline, you can change the report, right? You can change the report accordingly. This is the first way you can change the report. You can open in the browser and edit. This is another advantage why I have to get service content pack in my workspace. If you do outside in the app, you will not able to add it. Okay, you will not be able to add it. Okay, that's another advantage. The second way is using the API. The API basically you can start from scratch, right? You can start from scratch. For example, I open up a Power BI desktop. I know how it works. So hold on one second. It's opening the Power BI report desktop. So let me do a quick example. Right, this is my Power BI desktop. So from here, get data and more. Sorry, more is fine, but actually it's a quick shortcut button outside. So all data, right? All data. Okay, pick this one, connect. You will ask the URL, and what you need to provide is this and the tenant ID. Okay, and the tenant ID. Then you will call this REST API, which is Office Reports REST API. It will pull up 22 tables around, right, back to your side. And with this 22 tables list here, you can start from scratch to ask your report. All the data is there. If you have different idea how you want to ask the report, you can start from scratch. Or the other way, as I mentioned, you can open up the report online to add it. Okay, that's two ways. And the last one is download this template file. It's available? Yes, the older version is available. If you search online, right, this link, you can download the template. However, the older version, it's only available for the older version, which is May 22, 2017, which last year, May 22. However, the latest version, it's not online, it's not downloadable yet. I think it will sooner, okay? But it's not downloadable yet, okay? In my local, I have the older version. Okay, I have the older version, all right? So I can open up the one. Let's see how it works. Move over here. So I picked the one I already downloaded. I open up. Let's take a look at what's the views and entities listed. By the way, during its time launching, this API potentially be changing, but I'm not 100% sure. So right now you can see it's called reports.office.com PBI v1.0. Another rumor actually goes around to say you're gonna use the Graph API going forward, but I'm not sure yet. So this is the package I open up. Okay, this is a template, but this template, as I said, it's the first version. It's not the second version. It's not a Microsoft 365 Analytics package, but internal report is the same. In terms of the report is the same. In terms of the pack is the same, but data is more than that. Data is more than it used to be. Either way, you open the older version or the new version, actually pull the new data down. So it's the same. The dashboard, when you get to the different service compact online, the dashboard is different. But in terms of each individual report, they are same. In terms of entity here, they are same. So it's still valuable to download this one and take a look at what's going on in terms of the tables. Let's switch to the tables. So all the tables right here. Okay, all the tables right here, right? All the tables right here. And you have a relationship. As I said, it's very complex. It contains about 22 tables altogether. Okay, it's not easy deal. It's not easy deal of 5 tables, 4 tables. You can figure out what's going on, what information has been there. Actually spent me a lot of time to this. Okay, I did a research on each table and make sure what's the granularity of each table and what's the relationship between all of them. Okay, so only this table calendar is manufactured. It's artificial table. Basically, it's time dimension. All others actually fetch from the Office 365. Okay, so this is the third way. Download template, open up, and fill in the tenant ID. Pull down the data, and you can change the report, which is looks like it so far. I think it's the best way. It's the best way to do it. At least you have a local version. All right, again, let's take a look at the data model. Data model, as I said, if you look at the right side, that's all the entities. So first off, it's a calendar table. Second, ODB means OneDrive. Okay, OneDrive business active accounts user. And the regional activity, SharePoint user activity, active user, tenant client usage, mailbox usage, Office activation, Office license, OneDrive activity, OneDrive usage, okay, all the way down. The most important thing right here, user activities, meaning the user receive how many emails and send how many emails. So that's very interesting to analyze the user pattern by division level, by company level, and by department level. Even you can down to the individual level. And then you have the user status. The user status basically is the user dimension. It fetch the user information from Azure AD. Okay, Azure AD. All right, so I'm not sure someone asked the question. Okay, here's the question. Okay, Azure AD. Okay, let me show you something with the Azure AD. All right, so let's say actually first of all, in terms of user information, you can look at it in Office 365. You can see here. So you have active user, right? Active user. Each user, you see the license has been assigned. Let's open up one. All right, this is the first user. Okay, this is the user I'm opening up. So product license including enterprise mobility and the security E5. So this guy has the E5 license. Okay, E5 license. And if you add it, right, so you can see this is a Windows E5 license. Is off, he's not assigned, but he has his security E5 license. Okay, more detail about it. He has Azure Advanced Threat Protection, Cloud APP, Rights Management, Intune, Azure AD, and so on. Okay, this is detail. And another one is Office 365 E5. Whether he has it, he had one of them. Looks like he had one of them. I'm not sure which one to turn it on. Okay, one of 25 license. Okay, only had the one license available. 24 already used up by other users. That is what it does mean. So you can turn on maybe Flow, maybe Teams, or maybe My Analytics and Power BI license or whatever. All this license included in E5 plan. Okay, your company gonna purchase E5 plan. Okay, so I don't change anything. This is the first place you can change the user, and this is in the Office 365, right? But the information source actually is from the Windows Azure. Let's take a look. All right, let me sign in. Okay, already signed in, and my account. So here is I think looking for the user. Azure AD. Okay. Here's my portal. Okay, portal. So this is the source. Azure AD Action Manager right here. So you have this is the portal, and I think dashboard. It's right here. Let me see. Resource group. Okay, Azure AD right here. Right. So in the Azure AD, you have users group. Let's take a look. Let's, for example, take a look at the users. Okay. So all the users are actually right here. Okay. This is the first user. Let's open up. Okay. You can change this person's department, ID, or whatever. Okay. Everything is right here. Contact information, whatever. Okay. User, email, whatever. So this is the source actually. So the bubble is Office 365 is in the middle, and outside of Office 365, the big one is Windows, Microsoft Azure 365. Okay, so this is the source. This is Azure AD incorporated. So let's go back. Okay, so this is the user information fetched from the Windows Azure. I think I'm on the slides. So this is user state, very important table, very important table. And then the model you can see actually right here. It's about 22 tables. It's very complex. It's very complex. All right. So this is about model and tables. Another thing I want to see, another slide I want to let you guys know is very confusing part. All the people ask me the question, honestly, this is what I can find out. However, I will let you know one of them actually it's not accurate. Okay, let's take a look how it works in terms of data flow and the data refresh. I'll put data flow and the data refresh. All right. So in terms of data flow, as I said, there is the REST API, which is the report API. You can see report.office.com and the PBIV 1.0. Once you give it a tenant ID, it's going to fetch behind the scene the Office 365 data. Okay, when we say Office 365 data, basically you can categorize them into 3 buckets. The first one is AAD, which stands for Azure Active Directory user information. And the second one is Office 365 usage. And the last piece is the license information. This API, as claimed, gonna be refreshed daily, but fetch the data actually 2 or 3 days old. Okay, so the API behind the scene actually collect the user information, collect the Office 365 usage information, collect your license assigning information, but it has latency. You turn on it today, even you run today, it does not collect. It works in asynchronized way. So as the document says, you refresh every day, but the data has 36 ranging from 36 to 72 hours latency. Okay, that's document says. I leave it here. I will change this one when I finish this slide. Okay, second one. Now you have another one, as I mentioned, as I showed to you. When you enable it, you have a data set. This data set, M365 usage analytics, right? So I open a refresh schedule, which I set up, which by default set up a daily. Okay, the older version by default is weekly. You can change to daily, but even this is daily. It coming from the data provided by this API. So as I said, the API provided data. The API collect data every day, but it only collect data 3 days ago or maybe 2 days ago. The document does not say very clear. Only says it refresh every day, but the data collected is 2 or 3 days old. That's why you see the data latency. So even you do every day, it depends on this guy, how latent the duration it has. Okay. So this one, but by the way, if you use the older version, you set up a weekly, definitely more latent. That's why I tell all my users actually please when you turn on the content pack, make sure it's daily. Otherwise, it's weekly, you're going to be confused, right? Every week you collect the information, you change the information, you assign the license, you change the user department or whatever, it will not reflect on your content pack. It will not reflect in your report, in your dashboard. That's why I make sure this one is daily as well. Even here is 36 and 72 hours latency, but that's 2 or 3 days old. Okay, it's 2 or 3 days old. And for the first time, I mentioned the first time you turn on, as long as your tenant has been running more than 12 hours, it's going to collect 12 months data. If less than, for example, you tenant that you just created 3 months ago, so you at most you only have 3 months data. It will not be 12 months. But if your tenant already on the cloud for more than 2 years, 1 year, definitely will collect the most recent 12 months data. Okay, this is how the data flow works, and this is how the data refresh works. However, time by time, I cannot conclude this one. It says 32. It says the latency range from 36 hours to 72 hours. Sorry, I cannot prove this. Every time I actually change something in the Azure AD, it takes sometime 1 week, sometimes even more than 1 week. I see the update in my report. I don't know why. So this is the question mark for me. I hope you are lucky. I hope it works out very well for you, but unfortunately, it's not a case for me. It's not a case for me. So this is really something vaguer right now. The document claims refresh daily, but it has up to 3 days latency. But actually, my testing says more than 3 days. Sometimes more than 1 week. Some cases more than 2 weeks. I don't know what's going on, honestly. So I will keep testing for this feature, but I put a question mark. Just let you know. Catch your attention. This number is not very scientific at this moment. Okay, at this moment. But generally speaking, I give you the layout of the data flow. What information collect from the report API, what's the frequency this report API going to be refreshed, and the second one is how the data set refresh, get data, fetch data from the API, then presenting in your dashboard or maybe in your report. This is a general idea about data flow and the refresh. Okay, one thing I mentioned, which is not nice to me, is the latency, especially the API latency. There is no clear document says what's the frequency to update. Actually, it has, but I just not conquer. I just cannot conquer the conclusion. So I hope you are lucky. But let's see. If you find out actually it's very accurate 3 days, up to 3 days, you can get information. Let me know. I will be very curious because I test many times. Actually, it takes me 1 week, even more than 2 weeks to get updated. Okay, so anyway, I will keep monitoring this feature. I hope it get optimized. It gets some progress there. But right now, a little bit disappointing for this feature. Anyway, I hope the layout is clear. I hope the data flow and the refresh mechanism, how it works, is very clear for you. All right, move on. What's a permission? So I give it a tenant ID and I want to fetch the data. I want to get a dashboard. I want to use it to report very fancy. Everything has been built up, pre-built up for me. So I want to use it. The question is, what permission needed? At least you need to one of them. Definitely, if you are global administrator, definitely you're good. Another exchange administrator, or you are Skype for business administrator, or you're SharePoint administrator, you all maybe report reader. Okay, that's the minimum permission, I think, report reader. If you ask for the permission to the Office 365 administrator, or maybe Windows Azure administrator, say, I want to do report, I want to fetch data. What's the minimum permission I need? This is the minimum permission, report reader. All right, so report reader is the minimum permission you need to fetch data. But if you have more than that, like global admin, Exchange admin, Skype admin, SharePoint admin, definitely you can read this tenant information. All right, cool. So this is the Office content pack. I hope the session covers. It's about I think I covered all the features about Office 365 content pack, and what was the version, what's the current version, and what's the data flow, what's the refreshment, what's the data entity, data points included, and how I see the modeling part, and how can I modify, customize the report from scratch, from the web browser, and from the template file. Okay, last thing I want to cover is actually more than that. I definitely encourage you to check out one more package, which is very cool. On the Power BI, you have Dynamics 365, you have Microsoft Visual Online, you have Microsoft Project, you have Jira Tickets, Salesforce, Twitter, Facebook, a lot of things that actually has been pre-built for you. Okay, you just use it. That's pretty cool. And next time, about in 2 weeks, I'm gonna cover a topic, Power BI Premium. That's another very interesting topic. It's has a lot of things going on right now. So in 2 weeks, keep tuned. I'm gonna post this this session online and let you know. All right, so I spent about 15 minutes to cover the what I know about Office 365 content pack, or say Microsoft 365 usage analytics. Now I'm open for any question you have. All right, cool. So this is it. I think this is for today's session. All right, I'm looking forward to seeing you again next time. We will cover the Power BI Premium next time in 2 weeks. I will keep you tuned. All right, goodbye. Have a good night.